welcome along and welcome back to Frühling. We today are going to be starting off by selling the canola quite early. Canola has gone above best price. If we have a look, we can see that it's currently peaking at 1,324 at the oil mill. And if we look at the price fluctuations, it's 1,312. So we should get about 10,000 for this morning. I want to head out and sort that and get that done. We're going to head back then and get the Xylon out. And, well, actually, we're not going to get the Xylon out. I think we're going to go and do some mowing. I might do the mowing with the Xylon, in fact. After that, we're going to head back up to the farm. And I think we might get the Xylon out and start doing some mowing. So front mount the mower and the rear mower and go around to do that. Then we can get a windrower, row it all up, and get our forage wagon finally back to the farm. That way we will be able to get some silage created to start trying to get our cows fed some proper TMR. They're getting fairly low in their feed, so definitely want to get that sorted. That is a one-way road, so we'll keep on going round. This should give us about 10,000 selling off this canola to the oil mill. Yeah, this is the oil mill here. Just pull this in. And that will then get us set up for the winter. The other jobs we're going to need to do and probably start doing next month is we need to get some lime on most of our fields. We need to start getting fields mulched. And that's what I'm going to be doing with this tractor today. We're going to send this out with the hired worker and get it mulching fields. And so we'll have a fairly quick turnaround on that. Be set up for the winter. And then the only thing we'll probably have to also do over the winter and have an episode with that is keep an eye out for when the corn needs to be sold. Because the corn is actually going to make us a huge amount of money this year. And speaking of a huge amount of money, we made a decent amount there. I think it was about 10 to 12,000 that we made looking at that. Really good from the canola, considering how little we had. We only had 8,000 liters. And I'm actually really surprised at how much money we're looking like we're going to make off the corn. The corn is showing to be a hugely profitable crop on here. So I think we're going to end up with a field of corn, a field of sunflowers, a field of oats, a field of wheat, and then I don't know for our fifth field. We've got we might double up with our two smallest fields with the same crop. Might be the best way to go. So let's go and grab our mulcher here. We'll hook this up to this tractor and send this working out on our cornfields. That way all but one of our fields should get mulched here, and of course that is the one that we've already planted the wheat on. We've already got our other field. Oh, let's lift that up off the floor. We've already got field 4 already done with the plow, so that's good, and that's all set up. So in the spring we'll be able to get the crop into that fairly early. And yeah, if we can turn these around and be ready in springtime just to get everything planted, I think we'll be doing really well. And we're getting close to actually buying another field, depending on how much more equipment we have to buy. Certainly, once we've sold the corn, we might be in a position where we can buy another field. Let's get a hired worker mulching this though, and we'll go back, get the Xylon, and start getting some grass cut. And I've changed where I'm storing the tractors. So we've got the Xylon in this shed now. And our two tractors fit rather nicely in here. We're still keeping our eye out for the equipment that we need for the new year. We still could do with a planter. And I've picked up a few planter mods now. So if they appear in the shop, we'll be able to grab any of those. We also could really do with another tractor or a skid steer on the farm. So we're keeping our eye out on that. There's a few possibilities tractor-wise, but it is just a case of them turning up. Because right now, with our loan maxed out, I'm very, very aware that we have very little leeway. So keeping money in the bank and not immediately going out and spending every penny we've got is quite important. The difference is if we buy land, it might open us up for a bit more a bit more ability to take a loan. So I'm just keeping an eye on everything right now. Our grass field has nicely regrown though, and we should be able to get around this and cut fairly quickly. Why is my mower catching? Oh, because my mower has not folded up properly. There we go. Right, now we should be able to get into the field without any issue. Perfect. And let's see if we have a better cut this time than we had last time, because of course we have treated this field since the last cut. We'll unfold everything, turn it all on. Yep, and down it goes. Let's see if we have an improvement in our cut, and that does look like a deeper green coming in this cut. So yeah, looks like we're going to get more grass off here, which is excellent, because the more silage we can make, the better we'll be. After a couple of times around the field, this side seems to be doing a lot better. We're getting a higher yield off of that side of the field. This side of the field, the slightly larger side, does not seem to have any noticeable improvement to it. We're still getting oranges and yellows and that sort of color set off it. So yeah, not really sure why we're not seeing much improvement this side. It might be slightly darker, but nowhere near the sort of extra depth of color to the other side of the field. And I just wonder if it's a result of us needing to do more on these sides, because we know that our environmental score on these fields is not as high as it could be. So maybe we need to give a little bit more TLC to these fields over the winter. Lift the back one and lower it again. So yeah, I'm going to look at what we can do to get these fields higher. I mean, this side should be a dark green. There's loam all down this side of the field, and at the moment it is not producing that maximum dark green yield. So I think we have a little bit of an issue maybe with fertilizer. pH is right, because we did come and spread that on here. I don't think it's a weed issue, because I think didn't we run over here with the weeder last time? So yeah, I think it must be an issue with our nitrogen levels on here. We need to bump those up a bit, get that sorted, and get our grass fields happy, because these are what are going to produce milk for us. And when our cows swiftly coming to adulthood, we really need a good amount of feed for them to not only produce milk, but start producing us some calves. I've just realized I've still got my care wheels on this tractor, and we could really do with switching those out for the better, well, the non-care wheels, the more standard tires. However, I don't think we've got a workshop at the farm. I have a feeling then that the sheds that is sort of opposite our first field, that might be a workshop, and I'm kind of intrigued to buy that and see if that does give us workshop options. If it doesn't, I can always then go and sell that land and buy a workshop ourselves. I thought I'd place my front mower down then. Let's just reverse up and down. Yeah, get this last little bit here. Perfect. Right, fold everything up. Mowers are done. Go and drop this all off and switch over to the windrow, which is placed right next door. This is an impressively quick speed that these two mowers have doing this. And they do that field rather nicely, which is why I got both a front mower and a rear mower for this. It just made sense to me to have that set up. Get us round the field quickly, and then it'll allow us to sort of get everything done in a day. Disconnect that as well. We'll then get the front mower dropped off, and then we need to hook up to the older windrow we've got. I'm rather pleased that none of our equipment that we got on the farm really any of it is newer than the year 2000. Everything is just sort of nice and vintage on here. All of it at least 24 years old, which is absolutely brilliant. Kind of thing you really want on a vintage series. I found that I've not really struggled to find stuff to fill this hole, to be year 2000 and earlier, which is great. And a lot of it, vast majority of it, is from the 80s and 90s that we've got on here, right around my era of farming. So let's unfold this. Let's get clear of the gate post and unfold this like so. And then we should be able to get around the field fairly easily and quickly. Get this grass all rowed up. And then we'll go down the shop. And finally, after being 6 episodes in, go and pick up the forage wagon, our last piece of kit from down at the shop. I think if the corn price holds on here, and we do end up selling 20,000 litres for nearly £900, then per 1,000 litres, then we really can't ignore the possibility of doing corn on here, because I doubt even the sunflowers, which do sell for 1,400, are going to give us that kind of conversion. It's a lot of crop off 2 fields that we got last time, and well, I think we'll find out when we go and do this year. But it could be a very worthwhile, very high-paying crop, that which corn normally isn't. It's normally a crop that's just doesn't seem to pay as well. So I'm very intrigued by that. I think it's a good crop for us to keep our eye on. And I think year 2 on here is very much going to be an experimentation around that. We'll see if it does pay as well as we think it might. And if it does, then we can compare it to other crops and make the money where we can off it. If it doesn't, then we can switch to something else for our 3rd year and see what we can make otherwise. I am looking to basically buy fields on here, though, that are available to harvest if we have the money. And that would make me very happy to pick that up. We kind of want to avoid fields with sugar beet in, though, after last time. Yes, the sugar beet was nice. Yes, it gave us a nice little boost of cash, but it was quite long, and if we'd had a bigger field than that we were trying to harvest, we'd still be doing it today instead of doing the silage as we are now. I think with the turning circle on this tractor, when we go down and pick up the forage wagon, I'm going to put the normal wheels on this, and we're going to switch the tractors over. This really is our fieldwork tractor, and I should be having it doing the mulching, so we can put the Deutz on the forage wagon in here, and we can get this tractor to actually go and do the mulching and do the field work, which is why we really have it. I did just want to have a play around with it today. I really love this Xylon, but maneuvering on this field is not what it's designed for, and as a result it's getting quite tricky to get into the right place. So yeah, we'll switch things over and that should work a little bit better for us. It has got the whole way around this field though, and we have got all of our grass rode up ready for our forage wagon just in time. So let's fold this up, put this away, and we'll head down the shop. We'll start bringing the forage wagon back, and we'll get the right wheels on this tractor as well. The shed that I'm wondering if it's a workshop is this one here. We can't get into it at the moment because we don't own it, but it's, yeah, is that a workshop? It might be nicely placed. I mean, this is the only thing we can buy here. I'm trying to see inside it. No indication that that is a workshop. Don't know if a load of stuff would suddenly appear if I bought it. If you know, let me know in the comments, and we might pick that up later. Or it might just be another shed. Take the Xylon here down to the workshop. Change our tires over. Customize it, and we want the standard tires, which are our normal ones. So customize that, yes. And then put those back on. Oh, they've shined them up nicely at the workshop for us as well. We can then hook up to the forage wagon. When I said our last piece of kit to get back from here, I of course was talking about our last piece of original kit. The forage wagon has been sitting here since the very first episode, whereas our spreader has only been sitting here since last episode, and we will very quickly get that back to the farm. So let's get going with this. And the thing is, I'm probably actually not going to use my spreader for fertilizer because I want to use this tractor and a sprayer attachment that's available for it for that. How's our tractor doing on this field? Oh, he's up at the top end, so this might actually be really good timing on this. Let's stop that there. We will disconnect those. And when that tractor finishes, we'll bring this over. We'll bring it over here, and we'll then be able to get the mulching started on this field. And yeah, that's coming down that side over there. It actually has a fair amount to go, so we will stop this hide worker here. Reverse this up, and we won't start the other tractor on field that I thought I was going to. But we will take this over there and switch things over. That way we can keep things moving on the farm. So place this down. Attach it. Pull away and hook up to our forage wagon. And then we can hook up to the mulcher with the Xylon, switching everything round and having everything getting to work again. There we go. Up, connect. Ooh. Right, let's go get this mulching, and then we'll take the forage wagon back and start collecting up the grass. This Deutz has a much better turning circle than the Xylon. Want to approach, unfold our forage wagon, make sure that clears the posts getting into the field. Start it up. I think this is going to fill up probably fairly quickly based on what we have here. I wonder how many loads we'll get off this field, considering we're already at 15%. Yeah, this really hasn't taken long. We're halfway around the field and already up to 86%. I think we'll be finished off just about here. Oh yeah, we're going to get a lot of this off here. 13,000 liters a go. That is going to create a lot of silage, which is what we need, because we need a lot of silage to keep the cows going. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to get here quick enough for us to keep our cows fed. Let's empty this out. While that does that, I want to check on the cows. Yeah, look at that. They take 1,491 per day, and they get 1,861 available. So they are going to need feeding very soon. We can at least top them up with some hay if we need to, but I would like to be doing it with TMR. Sheep are good. Chickens are okay. They're not taking much daily food, so they will be fine. And then our horse is taking 54. So yeah, everything is fine. It's just the cows I'm having to keep an eye on at the moment, who it looks like they could do with a top up of food sooner rather than later. Second load dropped off, and I think if we pop out here, this, yeah, not active at the moment. Can't see where the controls are. So let's pop into here. We want to make grass silage. Oh, wow, we can make hay silage on here. Somebody did comment they've made hay silage. Yeah, you can make hay silage from this. Straw silage as well. What's the conversion rate? It's 1,000 for all of them. That's actually pretty huge. We're going to make grass silage, though, so let's activate that. We could make so much more silage on here. That is really good to know. I am, well, I've got more than a couple of crops on here that we could do that with. And depending on, well, we don't have any straw bales at the moment. We do want to make straw bales, but we've not had a crop to harvest yet that can actually make them. I'm up to 3 loads off here now. That is really good. I mean, that's 39,000 liters. We're heading then for 52,000 liters with another one off here. I wonder how that compares to how many liters of hay we've got. So 45, so 9,000, 18,000, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63. So 63,000 liters of hay. Oh, we hit something at the front. So 63,000 liters of hay. We're up to 39,000 liters of silage. Can we get 2 more? We can get 2 more trailers off. That actually will mean that we are doing better than before. I don't think it's going to be much though. Actually, it looks like we're going to do worse. We have emptied this side of the field. We've only got 1 strip left on the other side of the field. I don't think this is going to be a full trailer, which is a little bit concerning. We kind of need to get a full trailer off here to match even how much in hay. We might have cut early. I think possibly, yes, we cut in September, didn't we? And as a result, we have not fully regrown this grass before we did the November cut. And in fact, we discussed this previously, that we were going to do this cut and it was probably going to be lower. And the answer, it is lower. We have about 44,000 liters. No, we have about 47,373 liters in total. So that is what we got, and we've got that because the last cut was in September and this one is in November. So yeah, it does make sense for this to be much lower, as much as it pains me for that. Now I am going to try and get this parked up somewhere. We do have a little bit of a storage space issue on the farm at this point. We've got a lot of our equipment back. We've got everything sort of in place, and I'm having trouble finding somewhere to store it all. We do have a driveway through over here that we're not really using that much. So yeah, I think that lean-to there, this could go into there. Let's fold it down and we'll just stick this in here. We don't tend to drive through here. There's not a huge amount of headroom. Certainly we can't get the mowers through here, but it does lead to the field. I'm going to back this up, place this in here, and that will do nice for that storage space. We could store something from the other side. If there's something that we always use in that field, maybe the windrow or something like that could be stored the other end. But this is all good. I'm going to pop down the shop, I think. And while we've got a couple of hours left in the day, we could load up with some lime into our spreader and start spreading on fields 5, 6, and 8. So let's come up alongside this. Is this going to do us? Well, I don't know how well this is going to do us. This is not very modern. Is this I don't know. When is this from? So this is 1985. So it's actually not that old. I thought it might be the 60s, but it's 85. It sits back quite a bit. I think we want to get, yeah, let's get some lime into it. So we'll order 3 bags of this to get us started. That is 3,000 liters, and that's 6,000 liters. This will fill us up twice. And with a bag and a half loaded up, let's head out and see if we can get this spread on field 8 that's now been mulched. It's quite a productive day, I think, and we are getting ahead of where we want to be. Right, let's start this up, see how well it spreads. Oh, unfold it first. Ah, there we go. Back door is open, forward, and oh wow, look at how small the spread on that is. Really, its maximum spread. That is its maximum spread. That's like a 3-meter spread on this. So it's going to take us a little while to get this done. It's not going down massively quickly. This is a great little spreader, but it's time consuming. This really is a trade-off between time and money. 5,000 for this to do a little spread out, and then it's taking a little while to get round and back, but it's doing the job. I can't deny that it's doing the job, and it's not using the spread at a huge rate. We're nearly halfway through this field and we've still got more than half our lime left. So it's accurate, and that's the thing for its small size. It is giving us the extra oomph we need for this field, and from that point of view, I'm loving it as a little spreader. It's doing its job absolutely perfectly. Right, we want to line up on this side. Thing is, I'm not sure how complete it's going to get us today, but it's actually, I do know how complete it's going to get us today. We are going to end up with a fully spread field of one thing of this, and that means that we've probably got enough lime between what we've got sitting around at the farm and what we've got at the shop to get all 3 of these fields done. One thing I do know for certain, I won't be using this as a spreader for our fertilizer on here. We'll definitely get a sprayer to get these jobs done a bit quickly, or a bit quicker, and that will work out a lot better for us. At the moment, I'm just going to keep getting away at this as the sun is setting. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.